Hello there, wiggers and niggers. It's Uppity White Guy again. And, last Tuesday, I guess in Philadelphia, some young black youths went on a shopping spree, apparently. Again. This is all too common nowadays in this community. Apparently it stemmed from a traffic stop where an officer felt he had to use lethal force. Mark Dial, the cop, had to use lethal force against a young black person. I can't pronounce his last name, first name Eddie, I believe. So this happens all the time. First of all, niggas, if you get pulled over, hands on the wheel 10 and 2. Hands on the wheel 10 and 2. So the cops get there. Don't fucking argue. Just do what he says. Why you have to fucking constantly fucking argue? Don't get out of the car when he asks. Don't give him his license. Give the officer shit. Just fucking do what he says. You can argue the ticket in court. Jesus Christ. You know, that's what white people do. That's why white people don't get shot as much. Not because they're white. Because they just do what they're supposed to do. They behave. Okay, something you young black youths can't seem to do much these days is fucking behave. Oh, that's racist. That's right. Go fuck yourself. Racist these nuts. Okay? You don't behave. Just do what the cop says. And it's an inconvenience for sure, but it will be over. And you'll still be breathing. And then you can argue the ticket in court. You can argue racism all the fuck you want. All this horse shit. You know, that white people can't do. Because of our white privilege, nobody can be racist against us or something. Yet it happens every fucking day. So, what do they do to protest this? They riot a ton of stores in downtown Philadelphia, including the Apple store, where they scooped up all the new iPhone 15s. I think, but they looted the Nike store, the iPhone store, on and on and on and on. There was a ton of black youths, and they streamed the shit live, which is really genius. One of them now, this fat, disgusting black chick, check back for the video on beauty tips for black women. Fat, disgusting chick goes by the name of Meatball, literally because she's shaped like one. She was live streaming this shit. Idiot. And now, supposedly, now that they arrested her, she's stressed out. She'll probably be filing some sort of suit against the cops for stressing her out for arresting her. Who the fuck knows? These people are morons. Like, I don't know what literally. I mean, everybody should have a defense in this country, but goddamn, what fucking lawyer takes race baiting lawyer takes these cases? These are clearly fucking criminals. Look, 52 were arrested. They probably won't spend much time in jail. They'll be back out as soon as Kamala Harris bails them out. Okay. 2 guns were recovered. I am sure that the guns were owned legally, though. I'm positive. They weren't stolen or anything. Serial numbers on them and everything. I'm sure. So look, this happened a lot in, I think, 2020 or whatever, a few years ago, when Trump was in office, because people just thought it gave them a right to riot. Oh, there's a white guy in office we don't like. We're going to go burn shit down. And CNN sits there and calls it a peaceful protest while there's a building behind the reporter on fire. And Mark Como or Homo or whatever on CNN, where does it say that protests have to be polite? No, they don't, but they should be peaceful, asshole. You know, all these people would shit a brick if these people came to their white neighborhood, burned down their fucking house. They'd shit a brick. But they don't care if it's yours. Right, these fucking liberals are ridiculous. Same thing with the border. We'll do a whole thing on that later. Same thing with the border. Oh, let these people in, let these people in. Well, how many will you be taking to your spare bedroom? Oh, you don't have a spare bedroom? Well, you got a daughter, right? Juan can sleep in the same bedroom as her. All of a sudden, they stop talking. They walk away. They start yelling at you. Same shit every time. They're all hypocrites. Take them in, you pay for them, it's a nice thing to do, we're not doing anything about it. Yeah, always the same thing. Same thing with this looting stuff. Well, they have to express themselves. Yeah, that doesn't include stealing shit, asshole. And what gets me is when they loot their own community, which just goes to show you, god damn it, dude. Some races are just not as smart as others. You fucking loot your own community, the stores close up and don't come back because their insurance rates gets too high. And they can't afford to be in that community anymore. So then your community loses their supermarket or their CVS or whatever. And you're like, oh man, they racist, they didn't want to come. No, idiot. You fucking looted the place. You retard. That's why they're not there. It's got nothing to do with whitey. You didn't see white people looting. White people, we gotta get on that shit, okay? Seriously. You can get some good shit, but... Okay, white people are way behind in the looting business. We just haven't caught up yet. I need a new TV, so... Next rides that come down here, I'm getting a TV. But seriously, you know, it's fucking ridiculous with this looting. Here's what I say. As a store owner, if you're there, you should be able to defend your store at any cost. And that means lock and load. If you gotta shoot every single one trying to get in, do it. Aim for the head. That's it. Kill him. Government, we should send in either the National Guard, the military, and I know the military shouldn't be used against its own citizens, and I agree with that. Except for cases like this when citizens are burning down they are terrorists. They're national terrorists. They're homegrown terrorists. Take them out. Take them out. 50 caliber, take them out. That's all there is to it. The government would have no problem if they could get away with it using the military against peaceful Trump supporters. They would have no problem cutting you right in half. So I got no problem with saying cut the looters right in half. They're not going to go, oh, they could have been this and they could have been that, and Trayvon Martin could have been an astronaut, and George Floyd could have been a doctor. No, that shit ain't going to happen. Okay, just like the people streaming across the border. It's not like they all look like Einstein that are coming across the border. You catch me? Now, there's some good construction workers coming across the border, ain't no doubt. But there's no fucking Einsteins. Okay, nobody coming across the border is gonna find a cure for disease. Not one fucking person. I guarantee it. They might have diseases, but they ain't gonna find a cure for it. Okay? It's just fucking not gonna happen, stupid. All the people looting the stores are not gonna go on to great things. They are not. Not one of them is gonna be rehabilitated and go on to great things and all this shit. And you could say, oh, it's because they didn't have a father in the home. Well, that probably didn't set them on a good path. But the ones I saw looting looked to me to be old enough to know the difference, whether they had a dad or not. They looked to be old enough to know that breaking a glass window and going in and stealing a handful of iPhones is wrong. And that's not protesting, because a cop shot some kid at a traffic stop that threatened him does not mean that should have stayed in his fucking car, hands 10 and 2, and didn't do it. That does not mean that you can go loot. You know, two wrongs don't make a right kind of thing. Whatever the fuck. Not that the cop was found innocent. But they're probably going to retry him. There's talk of retrying him. So when they don't get the result they want, they just retry him. Yeah, fucking ridiculous. They keep trying him till they get the result. I didn't see them retry OJ. You know he done slaughtered that bitch. Okay? Yeah. I didn't see him being retried. He's walking around free. If he was fucking white, he wouldn't even made it to trial. Somebody would have killed his ass. Come on. Get the fuck out of here. Who we kidding? So look. Send in the military. Send in the National Guard. Or a citizen armed militia. And you know, oh, don't take the law into your own hands and all this shit. No, citizen armed militia. They'll be gone in no time. That's it. You see him breaking your store, boom, put him down. That's it, gone. You know what happens to a looter or a criminal that gets taken out or stops breathing, there's been an expensive study. Now, do you know what happens? The recidivism rate is 0. They never loot or steal again. It's amazing. The minute they stop breathing, they commit no more crimes. Holy shit! Right? That's amazing. Put them down. That's it. Put them down. I guarantee you, if somebody came to loot my place or my Mustang, I'm armed. And no, they're gone. I'm not going to wait here to call the cops. Last time I did that, I had to wait 40 minutes while the asshole downstairs melted down. If I had to do it over again, he'd probably be buried in the backyard. But I played by the law. And he beat the shit out of the girl who lived in the front house. There was a house out front, house out back. I lived out back. An apartment out back. It's tough to explain. It's a Florida thing. He beat the shit out of her. If he was taken care of, arrested, or put down, if he'd stopped breathing, she never would have got beaten up. And really, would he have added anything to society? Absolutely not. And yes, I will make that judgment. I don't have to pontificate. I'm not a Christian. I'm an atheist. I don't have to pontificate about, oh, well, his soul is right. Just put him in the fucking ground. It's that fucking simple. He adds nothing to nobody. Don't say, well, he's got people that love him. Then call him, tell him to take him before he gets shot, because he doesn't have much time. Okay? If they don't do something about him, I think you should have the right to do something about him. It's just that simple. And you know what? Once enough people get capped, the behavior might change. You might see a change in behavior. Gee, nigga, maybe we shouldn't loot tonight. Maybe we should stay in and study and read and go to school. Ooh. Behaviors might change. Might. And if it doesn't, you got less looters. Because again, once you take care of them, they don't commit a crime again. It's amazing. Once they get taken off the planet, they don't commit any more crimes. Isn't that fucking amazing? Okay, that's just my thought on that. And that's what should be done, but that's not what's being done in this climate. What's being done is they're slapped on the wrist, and we're being told that something happened 250 years ago that made them go loot, which is a joke. You know what, lots of stuff happened to my people 200-something years ago, too. They got spat on when they were coming off the boat and stuff, but you don't see me looting. Wow. You don't see me looting. I wonder why. Maybe because I'm too busy working or earning a living? Yeah, it could be, right? Okay. That's it. Uppity white guys up and out. These nuts!